This one time, I was getting all my stuff ready for school, and I was picking up the socks, brushing my teeth, and everything. However, I looked through all my t-shirts, every single one, and I could not fill a single one in because I was really skinny. And whenever I put any shirt on, I could never fill any of the sleeves. Doesn't matter if it was the smallest size. And I always thought, oh, bro, I have the hugest arms and everything. But instantly, when I put a shirt on, I got hit with the realization that my arms were tiny sticks. So then I figured out a solution and I made a plan and I started filling in more and more and more of my t-shirt sleeves over time and time and time. So you probably can't fill in your t-shirt sleeves right now because of a few factors. One, you probably have narrow shoulders or narrow clavicles. When you have narrow clavicles, your shoulders look a lot different compared to if you have wide clavicles. Because if you have narrow clavicles, well, your shoulders probably most likely smaller naturally, which this is a genetic thing. It's not really something you could adjust, so to speak. Having narrow clavicles, that's just the thing. Having wide clavicles, that's just the thing. So another reason is probably because you're not consuming enough calories. You see, because whenever you're in a calorie deficit, yeah, you lose weight, but some of the weight you lose is actually muscle, which means you won't be able to fill in your sleeves. Unless you are resistance training, in that case, you're not going to lose any muscle because weight training has a protective effect on your muscles. So you will not lose any muscles. But in terms of a calorie deficit, because you are losing fat, because you are losing some of the mass you have in your body, you will naturally stop filling in all your sleeves. Unless you have really huge biceps, then you're not going to be able to fill in your sleeves if you're in a calorie deficit. The third reason is probably because you're making the huge mistake, and a very, very, very big mistake, which is doing too much cardio. Because when you do too much cardio, this is actually catabolic. And what do I mean by catabolic is it will harm your muscle growth, and overall it actually decreases your muscle growth and it basically just breaks down your muscle. This is something that you don't want if you want to fill in your t-shirt sleeves. You want your arms as big as possible and everything, and you need to fill in your sleeves. The fourth mistake would be well, this is pretty self-explanatory, but wearing super baggy shirts. When you wear super baggy shirts, unless your arms are super humongous, they're probably not going to be that visible. Hence, sleeper build, this, and it's a very confusing rabbit hole where you get yourself stuck into a bunch of confusing stuff. So granted, many have fluttered away of this video. But there will be very, 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 very few percent of the people who clicked on this video who will still remain. So with that being said, how do you start filling in your t-shirt sleeves? You start training your arms. Bicep curls, chin-ups, pull-ups, whatever. Train your arms, train your back, train your chest. Train these general muscle groups. Do pull-ups and chin-ups. Really good. And especially the hammer curl, and you'll start filling in your sleeves. With that being said, train your chest, especially the upper chest, which lacks in most people anyway. Incline benching, and there's many different exercises. The back, pull-ups. Deadlift, generally speaking. Also train your traps. Shrugs work, but there's many different exercises. So that being said, train those muscles. Also, make sure you are bulking. When you bulk, yeah, you gain some fat, but the fat covers up and you will overall gain more mass on your arms, which means you're going to fill in your sleeves. So be on the bulk, especially the dirty or lean bulk. It doesn't really matter too much. So that being said, grow your arms, grow the muscles, bulk. Make sure you're not doing cardio too much. So you can actually fill in those sleeves. I hope you found this video very helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Other than that, welcome to the Brotherhood.